Okay, so I'm your host, Zeos Pantera, host of Z Reviews, Z Cooks, Z Unboxing, and In-Ear Fetish. And today I'm fetishizing my head with tin P1s, the original OG planar IEM. It was a big deal when these came out. Don't forget to check the links out in the description, by the way, of whoever's supporting this channel at the current moment. I don't know. It's blank, and you're going to find out who the sponsors are, unless it's nobody, and that'll be something cool. Not saying the sponsors aren't cool. I'm just saying that if there's no sponsors, I'll fill in those blanks. Anyway, I'm here with these IEMs, and I just came hot off the heels of the Tin P2 review. The Tin P2s came out like a year and a half later, a year later. No, probably like 2 years later. They're twice the price, and they're amazing, but you need a speaker amp to power them. You'll note I'm like twitching, holding the speaker amp volume, because this is the first time I've hooked these up to a speaker amp. And it turns out for years, this is always what they've needed. They need an LA90, which is a very linear $900 speaker amp, not designed for headphones at all, but I built an adapter, and then we've got another adapter, and we've got the 4.4 Pentacon, and it goes up with the stock cable, which is a beautifully soft, it's gold and silver, which is like, it's a weird color combo, but it's so nice, you don't care. Anyway, the reason I can't take my hand off the volume knob is because these require more power than those, probably 10% more power. But the wallpapers, if you haven't been to this channel before, if you've never seen me before, the wallpapers tend to indicate something about the IEM. And she's covered in blood and is one of the devils from Helltaker. And if I just leave the volume control alone, I get nervous, because I was listening to track after track after track, and I'm like, this needs more. And I would give it more, and it would open up. And then the track would change, or something would happen, and I'd be like, no, less. More. I am like constant. It's like correcting a fucking crashing supersonic jet. It's like being on the throttle and being like, oh, we don't want it to break apart. We got to keep it on the in the air. That's what these feel like. These had so much potential, but required ungodly amounts of power and couldn't handle it. Like, I got some sharpness before that was just like, oh, gonna die. And I'm like, the channel's over. Just cancel all my headphones, cancel it, because I can't hear anymore. So if I lower this again, switch tracks, put some Beach Boys on. That's a nice, simple track. Noon is perfectly fine. Next track. Bring It to Jerome from Alternate Take, my Bo Diddley. More, I want more. Oh, it's right there. Oh, now he's singing. They lower it down. I swear to God, this is what it's like. It's just an endless stream of like, I need one of those like robotic navigation systems. Like, oh, is he close? Is he close? Is he close? He's gonna come. He's gonna come. He's gonna come. No, back it down. Back it up. High. These sound fucking amazing in tenths of a second intervals right before they're about to kill you. It's not very wide. There's not a lot of soundstage. They're very close. Actually, no, that song reminded me of the song from John Wick. John Wick. From the first John Wick. What was that? He, hey, ha, he, ha, ha. In my mind, from the John Wick first one. Yeah, oh, there we go. Give me a second. Let me experience this, because it's going to hit there, and I don't know where this volume knob is going to be. It's currently there. I want it to be so loud, but it's going to go boom, and I'm just going to die. Oh my God, audio come. It's so violent. There's so many clicks and pops, and... Can you hear the song? It's like click, and there's just echo, and it's like there's echo in that song, and I've heard it in headphones, but now there's echo in my head because it's just fucking shooting sound waves through my skull. Look how high I am. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in. Look how high I am. I'm gonna take this to high gain. I'll put these back in my ear. Lower that down, because that was low gain, and you know you got to find the right gain. So let's give it a little more current. This is like watching someone eat hot peppers, only IEMs. All right, now I'm at 10 o'clock, and it's like, oh, spicy. Mine. These might be like 3D printing sound onto my synapses of my brain. There's an immediate. It sounds like the Tin P2 in the immediacy. Everything's fast. It sounds like the Tin P2 in that, like, it sounds like electricity is just being converted to sound in my ear holes, which is literally what's happening. But I've never described something as doing that. I don't feel like I'm listening to the music. I feel like I'm listening to the IEM. That's a very audiophile thing. Audiophiles don't listen to music. Audiophiles listen to their equipment. And in this case, right now, I'm listening to a science experiment. Of course, it's like a Tesla coil in my head. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to pay attention to what the science is here. Thinking alive. I can't even call them warm or sharp. Like, I don't even know if they're a V shape or a fucking W or an A. It feels like there was an IEM that was covered in all these like buffers and tubes and dampeners, and they just yanked all that shit off and just exposed a fucking nuclear coil and shoved it in your head. And then you're regulating how much radiation your brain is getting, and you want to give it all of it. Gotta lower that down. Thank you, no terror. Hold on. There's like a waterfall happening in this song in the background. This is called Bless from Zanky No Terror. And there's a perfect 3D image of a babbling brook, not in the center, but to the right and behind me. And it's just babbling brook right there. And then there's people singing in the other parts around me. This feels unsustainable, is what that feels. I'm gonna lower that now. Anyway, here's what they look like. I actually had filled them in at one point with red marker there and blue marker here because I couldn't at the time figure out which was which, like, fast enough to put them back in my head. I don't even know what I was powering these with. I know I brought the Wall 11 Topaz, that one, to power these at RMAF when we set up the room in RMAF. And now I know it wasn't enough. This is what you wanted. This is actually warm. I'm warming up this fucking $900 speaker amp with these IEMs. So they don't sell these anymore. They might be out there. There's a couple on Amazon, but I'm not sure if they're like actually for sale or they're sold out. They're half the price of the twos, and you need a speaker amp to power them. And when you do get it right, you're nervous to leave it at the levels where it wants to be. I'm deathly afraid. I'd have to hammer down my replay gain so that nothing surprising happens. If there was like a Windows prompt, it was like, you know the when something goes wrong, you instantly die. These are dumb. My next one that I'm gonna listen to is gonna be the P1 Max, which is also called the Giant Panda, which is a big soft thing. And these are not. These things killed, ate, and then wore the pandas. These are the panda murderers. They're like babysealclubbers.com is what this is. So anyway, I'm done with it. That's all you got to know about these. Don't, unless you're a masochist. Enjoy the wallpaper. Patreon subscribers support this channel, along with the sponsors that are linked down below. Please click those. Check out my other channels. And these are exactly what I want in my dreams. Only if I'm in hell, though.